Good morning. How are you guys all doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're just going to talk about a very special and important word called appreciation. Okay, and that word is losing its value as we speak, if not already lost. Okay, and I'm going to touch on a few things as to why, but I also want to know your thoughts on where do you see this going. Okay, because for example, um, young adults and even some grown adults and some kids are going to learn these same values and withhold this standard of whatever is being taught. Okay, so when we talk about the word appreciation, basically it's you have to realize that you live in America. Okay, or you, me, everyone else that's watching this video. Maybe there's some people from the UK. I don't know. But for the average person I come in contact with or that is watching this, you live in America. This is still by far the best and most powerful country there is. Okay? And you should be very appreciative that you live here. Like, for example, I get to wake up just as you get to wake up, and you're breathing fresh air. I mean, as clean as it can be, okay? But, there's always could be a lot worse. And, a lot of times we as human beings walk through life and we go through day to day just going through the motions. And we rarely, if we get a chance, take the time to stop, analyze some stuff, and say, you know what? Hey, I appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Genuinely, okay? Not just saying it, okay? And that's just for the adults end, because we can get real worked up and real busy from time to time, and even just giving someone a pat on the back and saying, hey, I really appreciate that. It will make their day. Not only does it make their day, but it shows that you are down to earth, okay? That you're not above anybody. I'm not above anybody. And I love when people do stuff for me, which is why I turn around and I do things for others, okay? So you give what you get, right? And as far as the younger generation that's coming up, I don't know where the value is being lost at. Assumingly it can be inside the home, but that just means as parents and as adults, we need to do a better job at enforcing that and making the younger generation and kids realize that on the other half of this globe, in these third world countries, they're in a storm right now, okay? And it's not good, and they've been in that storm, and to them it's normal, but to be glad that you don't have to wake up in that situation, okay? Your life is not at immediate danger on an everyday standpoint. Okay, and even for adults too, because some adults are not processing this as how valuable it is to give someone that appreciation or let them know that. They just take things for granted. And don't get me wrong, I am not a perfect human being. I am very very proactive on working on things that should be fixed, and a lot of times there's other people that don't think of these things, so therefore they're being introduced to you. So when we talk about the word appreciation in regards to, there's a lot of people that complain until the sky turns dark, as if they don't appreciate anything that's going on, what they have, what they're able to obtain, anything like that. And then for younger kids, appreciation that there's public libraries they can read at. There's public computers they can use to access information. They have a phone that pretty much does everything on there in itself. Okay, the amount of resources that is widely available to not only educate yourself, but further yourself. There's almost no real excuse as to why you can't shape and develop your own future. Okay, and there's always a setback. There's always forever going to be a setback, because that is how life operates. Okay, but even if there are setbacks, to appreciate what you currently have or where you currently are. even if you are in a bad spot, I know you know the saying that it could always be worse. That's because somewhere in the world it is. All you have to do is Google search it real quick, things that went on in the world today. And that will open your eyes right then and there. And to give you guys an example of that, there is a video at the end. Okay, I'm giving you that heads up warning. There is about a 29-second video. I'll give you the quick description of it. The video is basically taking place in Syria, I believe. And basically, they got bombed, of course. It's a normal thing that happens over there. But you don't live in that reality. Versus that is their reality. So, it's non-graphic, okay? But it is very saddening at the same time, all right? If you don't want to watch the video, I'll let you know at the very end that this is going to cut off and turn to the video. So you can stop it there and exit. If you do want to watch the video because you truly value that sense of appreciation, that when you wake up, you have these freedoms available to you. You have these resources available to you. When people are genuinely nice to you, which is hard to come by nowadays, you should be appreciating and thanking that person, okay? Because they don't have to be. In fact, the people who don't appreciate or don't value things, okay, I know it's the same word, but there can be a slight difference depending on how you want to use it. The people that don't value these things or take in the value of what it is that either they're receiving, what somebody's doing for them, or what they have accessible to. Why is that? Because the world doesn't owe you anything. Neither do I, neither does the next person. Okay, so why is this word of appreciation losing its value and rapidly, very fast, to the point that appreciation is being now overtaken by the word entitlement? Because, oh, I'm owed this. Oh, you're supposed to give me that, etc., etc., etc. And now it's transforming into the minds of children where they feel like they're owed something. And there's many different ways that this can go, but regardless of which way it is, we need to bring it back into circulation of, hey, stop doing that, okay? You should be appreciative that you have cereal in the house, food, running water, clothes, a roof over your head, okay? If people are homeless, they're appreciative that they do get a meal. All right, and there's plenty of homeless veterans and people in general, okay? But there's also plenty of people that complain about problems that are this small. Very, very, very minute compared to others, okay? And when you're down to earth, you understand that and you see that as, and you have also what comes into play is compassion and consideration as to, hey, this person's been down on their luck. Do you think we could help them out in some way? Anything's better than nothing. And you know what? They will in turn appreciate that, and they will always remember that. So that's my quick, little, it's not really a rant. It's something that needs to be discussed and addressed and brought to the forefront. And this is for adults, for younger children growing up. It's for young adults, older adults. It doesn't matter. Anyone can deliver this message or have this message in their mind to say, you know what, I need to thank my wife for something today, or I need to thank my kids for doing the dishes, or I need to thank the guy that mowed my lawn last week, or whatever the case, because it was really hot. Maybe I didn't get to offer him some lemonade. He was out there sweating, stuff like that. Little things that you don't often think of. Try thinking of that, and you'll be surprised how many occurrences pass you by that you could give that sense of appreciation or stop someone and tell them. And because it's losing its value, it's so highly cherished when it actually happens to someone. It's crazy. It's almost like unfathomable that that is even a thing, that it is so widely cherished and so heartfelt that when someone does stop you to do that, it's like the best thing ever now, versus it being a normal thing, okay? And you know what? It probably is normal in a lot of cases, but I don't see it. And the more I look around, I see stuff on the internet or TV or whatever the case, I don't see it. I really don't. until I talk face to face with someone, or I have an interaction with you guys, and you guys tell me that it's still alive and kicking on and so on. So anyway, that's all I got for today. This is the part where you want to exit the video if you don't want to see the 29-second attachment at the end. Okay, so here's your time where you exit out. For those that do want to see, I just want to let you know that yes, it is saddening, but it is also something that you should know what the heck is going on the other side of the world. While you're complaining that the coffee is cold, someone else is complaining that they need to get to a hospital fast because, you know, an attack was made on a location and they don't have the best medical care there. Okay, families' lives are lost. Innocent people are, you know, injured, and families are torn apart from this. Okay, and no, they did not ask for that. They grew up in that. Okay, but in the same sentence, for people that live here, you should be very appreciative of what you have today, what you're able to obtain, what you have access to. So without further ado, the video is going to start in 3, 2, 1.
12/10/15 الله اكبر. يا شباب غارات من الطيران الحربي. الله اكبر الله اكبر الله اكبر الله